Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Lakeem Wilson. I'm an artist, and illustrator, and entrepreneur from Dallas, Texas, and I currently reside in Austin, Texas. The topic that I want to talk about today is taking ownership of your brand and really tailoring what you want to do to where it reflects to your audience and who all support you and who all appreciate what you do. So lately, I've been on a crazy journey in between thinking of wanting to apply for jobs, but also wanting to be a full-time entrepreneur. What I'm finding is the more that I conflict myself between wanting to work for someone else and wanting to work for myself, the more my brand seems confusing to my audience and the people who are following what I do. So for example, lately I've been wanting to apply for these gaming companies. I've been looking for like editorial positions, magazine companies, or I wanted to find jobs with specific companies so that I can gain experience. But what I've been finding out is in that process of me trying to modify my website and my web presence and things so that it can fit within the confines of this company, I've really been kind of giving up the core of who I want to be as a public figure, as an artist, and as an entrepreneur. A lot of my artwork is geared toward heavy topics, political topics, and also trying to expand the minds of people through art. So my brand is Natural Born, and the whole message and theme and goal behind Natural Born is I want to help show people or to bring out the natural expression inside of people that is their natural born gift or their natural born characteristics. That's what I want to use my platform to do. Hopefully my brand inspired it within people. With that in mind, the content that I create, the products that I create, and just the all around lifestyle that I want to build is geared towards teaching people how to not allow their environment to change their natural born self. So ultimately what I need to do is put in a resume for myself. I need to put in an application for Natural Born. If I was applying for my company as an outside person, what would I be shaping my portfolio to look like? Instead of trying to impress these companies, because what I'm finding out is, boom, I put in 2, 3 applications and they just keep coming back saying, oh, your work is great, but it just don't qualify for what we're trying to do or the direction that we're going in. I just keep receiving rejection letters, and that's one thing about me is I really don't accept rejection that well. No stands for next opportunity. What I'm realizing, this opportunity that I'm seeking is going to come from me creating it, and it's going to come from me paving the way. And ultimately, I just need to stick with my entrepreneurship and see that it's got to work for me. It's going to work for me, and just understanding it's a process and I need to grind it out. And instead of looking for applications and jobs to put in with other people, I have to offer my services and products on a higher level so that these things can sustain my life at a constant basis, the same way that a 9 to 5 will, or a gaming company or a creative company, anything that I'm looking for. So that's why I wanted to get on here to talk about. For those who are striving to become entrepreneurs, but you're in that weird space between, needing to make a constant income and at the same time building a foundation for something that you want to create in the long term, my advice would be put that effort into your brand. One, cut off the overhead costs. Think about your spending habits. Think about things that you can eliminate out your life that's really extra, so that the income that you're creating off of your own will and efforts isn't being hindered or just taken away from unnecessary spending and all those unnecessary things. So that would be the first step. If you're subscribed to things that's just taken out of your account that's not an asset, such as maybe it's a music subscription you're subscribed to. Maybe you're paying for cable internet at the same time when really all you need is the internet. You're going to have to sacrifice certain things so that you can have a manageable budget that you can sustain outside of having to have a 9 to 5. And then once you get to the point where you like, all right, I cut out as much as I can, that's when you have to learn how to set systems in place, and you have to learn what you are producing and how that is adding value to the people who actually want what you have. If you're an entrepreneur, you're either going to be offering a service or a product or both. I offer a service a product, and I'm also realizing that Natural Born is a lifestyle. So I also have a lifestyle brand. How I'm combining all three of these things together is the content that I create. I'm creating it so that I can funnel people to purchase my products or potentially purchase a service that I offer. I'm not going online and just posting random stuff about partying or, all the good times that I'm having. And that's not really the lifestyle that I'm trying to build. The lifestyle that I'm trying to build is that of a natural born person, a person who have discovered what their natural born gift and talent is. Natural born also represents a characteristic. It represents your ambition. It represents your innate energy that you put out into the world when you're striving to get what you want, when you're striving towards your ultimate purpose in life. So those people who have a natural energy within them that's always determined, always motivated, always seeking to be better in life, those are natural born people too. You don't necessarily have to be skilled in the art as an artist or the best basketball player or the best dancer or whatever your natural born talent is. That's just one aspect of it. You can be natural born also in your characteristics, your hustle, your mentality, your mindset. Those things are reflections of natural born as well. And that's more so of the lifestyle part of my brand. Well, I'm seeking to surround myself with people who are living in those natural born things, whether they're conscious about it or not. A lot of times you can come across the energy of people who not exactly where they want to be at in life, but you can tell that that person's potential, they're going to get to that next level just because of their energy, their aspiration and their ambitions, their open-mindedness to learn, and then you can come across people who are know-it-alls. You can ask them anything and they feel like they got the answer to every question you have. They know everything. They got everything in life figured out. And at the same time, you can sense something in that person that's not necessarily natural. They don't really have room to improve, which means that their mind's not really open to getting to that next level in life because they feel like they know it all so much to where they've capped themselves off to expanding and growing. On my journey is building my brand. I understand there's going to be mistakes that I'm going to make along the way. I know that I'm going to want to give up. Like in this phase that I'm in right now, I'm having the urge to, man, I need to work for this company. I need to work for them. I need to do this, which I do think is necessary. I do want to work for a company or be around or be in an environment of young professionals, or not necessarily young professionals, but I want to be in an environment of professionals who are in their career path and doing things that's making their skill and their craft better. They're in a system that's productive and in a system that's working. I wouldn't mind working for a gaming company or a creative advertising company, or I wouldn't mind having an illustration position at a publishing company. But what I'm realizing is if that position that you're trying to apply for allows you to change so much of yourself to where you're, in my example or in my instance, my website is LakeemWilson.com. Lakeem Wilson is who I am. That's my name. That's who I am to the core. So what I was doing was, since LakeemWilson.com is also my art portfolio, I was trying to modify Lakeem Wilson to make it fit within the standards of XYZ gaming company or XYZ publishing company or such and such. I'm changing who Lakeem Wilson is by trying to modify my application to fit their standards. So what my solution is now, I'm creating LakeemWilson.com. I'm still putting my best works on there. And that's what a lot of these companies want to see, is your best works. But my best works in the standards of what I'm doing as I'm building my brand. So my best works in Natural Born. My best works in my lifestyle, in a lifestyle that I want to grow towards. My best works in the products that I'm creating as an entrepreneur. I do have two separate sites though. I have LakeemWilson.com, which is my portfolio, and it's a representation of who I am as an individual and where I'm striving to be as a professional artist, as a professional illustrator. And it's not necessarily tied to my entrepreneurship because I also have naturalbornstore.com. And Natural Born Store is who I am as a business. And it's more so tied to who I am as an entrepreneur, opposed to LakeemWilson.com is who I am as an artist and who I am as a creative. So I've been going through this phase of just sharpening these narratives and clarifying these things because I'm at a point where I feel like I need a part-time job or something that can consistent income to where it can just push me. I can just have that extra $500, extra $1,000 a month or so to where I don't have to be struggling or trying to think of, damn, how I'm gonna get rent, hustling, doing all these things with my business on the business end. So what I really want is an investor. I really want someone to invest a lump sum of money into my business to where I can start giving them a return on their investment and at the same time take care of personal. And when I say personal, it's mainly just rent, lights, and internet. That's really all I need. Maybe travel in a car, but that's extra almost because I can get around. I can get around on the train. I can get around on the bus. A car sometimes can be a liability. A lot of times it's an asset. Don't get me wrong. Having a vehicle is an asset. I'm not even going to say sometimes an asset. Having a vehicle is an asset, but it becomes a liability at the same time because you have to keep up. Luckily, I've paid off my car and I don't have to worry about car notes, but you do also have to keep up with insurance, registrations and things yearly. So, but at the same time, it is an investment. So having a vehicle is not necessarily a liability, but it's not one of those core things that I have to sustain as a business and as an entrepreneur. But as long as I can pay rent, as long as I have my lights and electricity and I have internet so that I can run my store from home, I can work from my office space. Those, I feel like those are the main three things that I have to, if I had to break down and sacrifice everything else to have those main three things, that's something I would do. So to get back on topic, what I was mainly getting on here to talk about was for those who are striving to be entrepreneurs and for those who are entrepreneurs and maybe considering applying for jobs again, and you're in that phase of reshaping your portfolio, reshaping your resume, adding things. It's always good to update your resume. But what I would say is update your resume for yourself. If you were applying for a job at your own company, what would you be adding to your resume? What type of narrative would you be typing in your cover letter so that you can get a job for yourself? And then, as you update those necessary things to your resume, if you come across a job, never settle for less. First off, so if you trying to get a job at McDonald's, Walmart, or something that's outside of your field, I would say don't even waste your time because you wasting time trying to get on at a company that has nothing to do with where you're trying to go. But if you find a job that's have professionals in the field that can really teach you, you can learn from, like a gaming company. For me, I'll be around animators, illustrators, different artists and things. So applying for a job like that will put me around professionals who can get me to a next level and teach me some things that I probably didn't know, and that I can take and apply to myself and to my own brand and company. So if it's a job that you're seeking that's going to take you to the next level or put you around an atmosphere of people and creatives and like-minded who are smarter than you and things, then I would say that's something that you can that's something that I would advise you to apply for if it's necessary. But if you're just trying to find something to make extra cash on the side, you just got to think, unless it's super convenient and it's not taking nothing away for you to do that job, I wouldn't even waste my time, because all that time you're putting in, clocking in this 9 to 5 that has nothing to do with your passion, you can be putting that time towards building your website, towards making new products, creating what you need to create to get to the next level. So don't sacrifice your skills and talents to because of fear of that you're going to fail or not going to make it to that next level. So that's the advice I have for today. I want to start, I told myself that I want to start making these videos more, so I'm going to be uploading this video to YouTube. I may not even edit it. I might just upload it raw like this, and I'm going to just end it with that. Stay tuned for the Natural Born magazines Also, check out naturalbornstore.com, lakeemwilson.com if you want to see more about me and who I am as an artist. And I appreciate you watching. Peace out. Yeah.